Hello mga kanetizen, I'm here in the hospital now and I'm going to Likashing Cancer Center. This is the reminder of my sister. I'm here for some therapy because of my frozen shoulder, but now I'm going to show you where my sister before always go to have her consultation. And I will tell you something in my blog about my second sister who got stage 4 brain cancer. And every time I come to this hospital, Prince of Wales Hospital, it always reminds me of her because during the time of her chemotherapy and checkup, I accompany her in this hospital. Especially we went to her specialist clinic, the cancer center. So I just want to show you this way where we always go when I'm with my sister. So we follow the yellow line. First of all, we go to the counter, to the registration, to pay to pay some money before we go to the clinic. So this is the place where we go, where we pay the hospital bill. I mean, it's like registration fee. And during that time, the amount of money is only $45. That was, I think that was 3 or 4, I think that's 5 years ago. So the amount is $45. But maybe $80 before you see the clinic, the specialist clinic. You need to pay first the registration fee here. So you can see that one. There's the payment. We always fall in line to pay the bill here. And actually, this corner have many people is for blood test. So sometimes we come here to take the blood test. But anyway, I'll show you because now we are already after we paid the registration fee, then we will go to the cancer center. And the one we passed, because of course I didn't video that person, it reminds me of my sister because that one doesn't have the hair. She's on the bed and she don't have a hair, and it reminds me of my sister. One at my back, but there. Oh no, sorry, cannot view. And it reminds me of my sister when she was being chemotherapy. Her hair also lost. And now we are going to cancer center. Here, that's the cancer center. That's the cancer centers. Cancer center for the outpatients. So this is the hospital and the place where I always go with my sister. I'm a bit emotional because every time I come here I remember my sister. So maybe for my next later on in my video, I will show you and tell you some story about my sister. But now I just show you the hospital and where the place where we always go for her checkup. Now this is the entrance of the cancer center in Prince of Wales Hospital. And here you can see they have cancer center pharmacy. So we always go here before. There's the registration, and there's the place, magnetic MRI. There's an MRI where she also did some MRI before. And here we will go to so we are here waiting for, here's the place where me and my sister always come to this place. Yeah. And I think it's a bit strict, so I cannot go inside. I need to check. So medyo strict na yun, hindi pwedeng pumasok agad. Kailangan yung registration doon. Cancer Center. Ayan, Cancer Center, first floor. Ayan, dito po yung building niya. So anyway, because now we have the pandemic, because they are more strict and you cannot just easily go inside there because they are trying to protect those cancer patients. So only those who have the appointment can go there. Anyway, this is the MRI. Yung MRI niya, MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, MRI, is downstairs. And she also did the MRI downstairs. Anyway, I don't need to go down. I need to go. The rabies nga, oh, they are doing. Magalag pa sila. Kasi cancer patient, more strict eh. Ano sila. Infection and cancer variety recovery and prevention. Meron sila na update. Luma na yan eh. So those are more about oncology because it's about cancers. So, just remind me of my sister when we are here before. I always go with her here. Yan. Ito yung pinaka entrance ng hospital. Ito po, oh. Center, Cancer Center. Center for Cancer sa Prince of Wales Hospital. So this one reminds me of my sister because she have a stage 4 brain cancer before. She worked in Hong Kong for almost 25 years, and you know, it was so surprising because there is now even sign of stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 cancer. It is just suddenly stage 4 brain cancer. So the cancer is talagang we were so surprised in that time when she was diagnosed with cancer because we never even thought that she will have a cancer. She was so strong and she's still working with her employer and she's okay. The employer liked her. She worked very hard. And then suddenly she was diagnosed with this. So I was so surprised. It's raining, still raining. And maybe next time maybe it's in my next vlog that I will tell you about my sister. Because now I'm just trying to introduce you about cancer. And cancer is really not good for the body because of course you know it's a traitor, just like what happened to my sister. Without knowing, suddenly she was diagnosed with cancer and it's stage 4. Suddenly when she was diagnosed, she need to be immediately that day. So we were all surprised. Now we're going out. Yeah, going out of the hospital. Okay, so maybe I will just tell you everything again when I come home. I show you some of my sister's pictures and I tell you more about the experience here in the hospital, going with her, doing her MRI, doing her chemotherapy, radiation. It was so but you know, my sister is so strong. She's really very strong. And her faith in God is make her strong. She was able to do the chemotherapy here in Prince of Wales Hospital for almost 1 year. For 1 year. Because the chemotherapy actually is for 1 year. And this is the hospital where we always go for her. After this, we sometimes go to eat in the canteen here. And the last chemotherapy, we were here together. We get her medicine, and she went to Philippines after her chemotherapy here. And of course, during her chemotherapy, she also lost some hair. And after that, she always put on her head a banda. ano ba tawag doon? Yung ano, cap, some head cap like that. And anyway, later on, like that. It always remind me of my sister because when she lost her hair, she always used that kind of head cap. And so it reminds me of my sister. Yan, konti na lang yung tao ngayon kasi pa lunch break na eh. Yan. Kaya, pumuna tayo. When I saw this bench like this, it reminds me of my sister because in this hospital, we sit together waiting for her call, for her checkup. So sometimes we waited for 30 minutes or 1 hour sitting and talking about what she feel or what she's thinking, and everything she say or think is always positive. That's why I was so thankful because even she was diagnosed with the kind of sickness, she still had a positive view of life. You know what makes her positive in her view of life? Because she have a strong faith in God, and what I'm admired to my sister. And even she knows that there is no more cure on her, and she still smiles. Still have a positive thinking in her life. So in my next vlog, I will show her some of her video and some of her pictures during the time that we went to the hospital for her chemotherapy, for her checkup, and for her life when she was with me during her chemotherapy time. The good thing is I was so thankful also that her employer is so good and she was not being terminated when she was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. It's good that the employer also allow her to sleep in my house, but the employer asked her to report to him once a week or once a week and visit their home, just like reporting what's happening to her life like that. And it's also a blessing that the employer continue her salary even she's not working with them anymore. And so we were thankful because God is good for those blessings. And during her chemotherapy, she was okay. Everything is okay. The doctor said she's really okay. And that's why after her last chemo, she was able to fly to Philippines. And so that is her story. And you know what? Actually, the first time she was diagnosed is because we were being surprised of what happening to her. And later on I will tell you the story about that in my next vlog, because I'm just telling you some of my memories with her in this hospital. And her name, my sister name is Emmie, and I know many people knows her here. I mean, some of my friends know her because they saw her when she's with me here in Kong. And because she was working here for more than 25 years. And so I'm going out now, and I almost finished my vlog. Thank you. And don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, Pink Chick Vlog. This is Ate Panmuy.